Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Demo Jam today for August 19th, 2021 from the AppExchange. My name is Jeff Gross. I'm a Salesforce MVP, and even though I've got my friend Appy here, I also have a couple of friends who help me co-host this thing each time. I've got Joshua Hoskins, a fellow MVP. I also have Amanda Nelson from the AppExchange. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Joshua.
Hello.
Hi, super excited to be here.
Indeed.
It is It is exciting. It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day to have a demo jam. And today's theme, it's commerce apps. This is what you want to hear about. You want to follow along on Twitter. All you got to do is look for the hashtag Demo Jam. We own the hashtag Demo Jam. It's all about the AppExchange Demo Jam. And today, your participants include Marketplacer, Sticky.io, NoFraud, Threekit, Mirakl, and Algolia. But you know what? Before we get into that, we do have to talk about a couple of rules. So Joshua, why don't you tell us about the rules of Demo Jam?
Sure. No demo jam contest can be done without rules. The rules magically always stay the same because they're so challenging. And all of these contestants have prepared because they only get 3 minutes and 3 minutes only to demo all the goodness in their application. They're also allowed to use 0 slides. We want to see just the good stuff. We want to see all screens. We want to see all the clicks and just understand how fast it's going to take us to do our jobs going forward. There's only one winner. Only one winner will get bragging rights and the winner of the Demo Jam trophy this month. Those are the
It is a
rules.
it is a big trophy and it's a worthy trophy. Everyone wants to win that thing, and I'm sure we got some very, very good competitors today. Awesome. Well, without any further ado, let me quick tell you this is a 3 minute timed demo, and so if people are getting close to their 3 minutes, at 2.5 minutes, we hear a little sound like this. And when the time is up, we hear a little bit like this. But we know that they've all been practicing, and without further ado, let's jump into it. First off today, we've got Algolia. Algolia is an enterprise search solution for commerce. More than 40 of the top 1,000 global retailers trust Algolia's hosted, API-first platform that enables fast, dynamic, and intuitive search and discovery experiences. Working closely with brands directly and alongside their service partners, Algolia integrates seamlessly with not only Salesforce Commerce Cloud, whether Site Genesis, SFRA, PWA, or Headless, but they can be leveraged across other clouds to help customers hit their goals and scale their businesses. This improves conversion for Salesforce Commerce and many other platforms on an average by 30%. So, to tell us more about that, I got Jason Long with me today. Jason, are you ready to do a 3 minute demo and show us how that conversion can go 30% and even higher?
Yes, Jeff, I am. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, your 3 minutes begins now. Good luck.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I think one of the questions that we hear, especially from, Salesforce commerce customers is, why would I pay for something that I already get for free with your platform? And the answer is revenue. No one wants to pay for something that they think they already have. And so the reality is that leaders in digital today, like Amazon, Google, Netflix, they're creating an extremely high bar for the rest of us with their digital experiences. So these companies spend tens of millions of dollars and have hundreds of engineers to help their search capabilities, but the rest of us don't have the time or budget to do this. So I want to take you through a couple of customers that are doing this with Algolia. So Lacoste is a longtime Salesforce customer. And they came to Algolia to improve their merchandising and speed and relevance and empower their developers and business team to deploy changes in real time. So they saw a 150% boost in search attributed revenue and a 37% increase in their mobile conversion rate. It's not just having great products that drive revenue and customer loyalty, though. Leveraging content to create a great customer experience is part of the key to creating great fans. So Algolia lets you break out of catalogs and content assets to create a search experience that spans your entire content stack. Our customer Ubisoft not only uses Algolia to power the search for their store, but across all their online properties, including their corporate site content, which is based in AEM, and the Zendesk-based help center. That being said, this approach also works for customers who have multiple Salesforce clouds like Service Cloud and Community Cloud. So we can deliver that multi-cloud customer 360 search experience that you've been looking for. Finally, the speed to implement is another reason why Salesforce customers choose us. We have a great time to value and can integrate with every type of Commerce Cloud deployment. You can see here that we're the first search provider that has been featured for the AppExchange for headless commerce, and we've already integrated with the PWA kit and managed runtime. For those who aren't yet employing headless, we do have a link cartridge that contains everything that you'll need to get integrated with either SFRA or Site Genesis-based sites. So I started this off by saying, why would you pay for something that you already have? I think the line from Nacho Analytics says it best. Amazon makes over $800 million a month in extra sales by continuously improving their search results. And all their competitors and every other online store could nearly double their total online sales if they followed suit. So I think the better question is, why haven't you invested in search, and why are you leaving so much revenue on the table? Algolia accomplishes this objective with blazing fast and relevant search, a great developer experience, and a relentless focus on improving online conversion. One more little quick demo here. This is something you can use to create promotion. If you guys go to our site today, click on the search bar and type in Demo Jam, you'll be taken to a landing page to learn more about Algolia. Thanks, Jeff.
Wow. So wait, we've got a little an Easter egg by typing Demo Jam out there. I like that. So here's what I know about search. It is so important because people don't know your product, they don't know your website, they don't know your products the way you do. And so every commerce company out there needs to think from the perspective of a customer and being able to help them find this and then being able to integrate with all those different ways. Now, by the way, I don't know all of the different Commerce Cloud ways of going out there, but you've got basically everyone covered, it sounds like, and you're producing huge results. And then even to take that quote from Amazon about from Nacho about the increase in sales, that's crazy that you can create that much revenue from it. So absolutely, the relevance of what you're bringing out there to people and to companies, that's fantastic. So without further ado, I want to see what we got for audience questions out there. Amanda, what have we got?
Yeah, great job kicking off the demo jam today. And if you have questions, be sure to put them here in the Q&A in the chat. We will ask them live. Jason, the question is, for Salesforce Commerce customers, they already have search in the platform. So why would they want to invest in a different search technology? Just help them get an understanding of the benefits there.
Yeah. And again, I, as a former Salesforce SE and a SE for Commerce Cloud, have a deep love for the platform. Again, it's when you're pushing the bounds of what commerce can do and you're looking to really squeeze as much revenue as possible out of these experiences. And then some of the edge cases like you saw today with, being able to search across multiple different clouds or multiple different platforms, having really tight control over your merchandising, extremely fast and relevant search. Algolia is really for those customers that feel like they've maybe squeezed all they can out of the great B2C commerce platform and are looking to really take that next step in growing revenue.
Well, fantastic. Squeeze the juice out of it, get everything you can, and then go further. So it's great that Algolia is out there to enhance the search experience for people who are out there at that edge of sales. Awesome. Thanks for being here with us today, Jason.
Thanks,
Looking
Jeff.
forward to our next demo. Joshua, who have we got next?
Thanks a lot, great demo. Next up, we've got Marketplacer. So Marketplacer is equipped with all of the tools and functionality needed to build a successful and scalable online marketplace at speed. The Marketplacer platform exists to make growth simple, from implementing marketplace strategies such as shipment to drop ship sellers, adding new categories and third-party range extensions, through to consolidating consolidating markets and rolling out modern revenue models such as recurring memberships that allow businesses to grow faster beyond the constraints of capital inventory. Sounds amazing. I really want to see how all of this works. So today we've got Praveen and Jenny who are going to help us do all of that in 3 minutes or less. Praveen, are you out there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Your audio works great. Jenny, are you out there as well?
I'm ready.
All right, perfect. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Praveen, Thank you so much for taking my call. I am desperate to learn more about a marketplace strategy. I currently run a really successful online business on Salesforce, and I work with a handful of drop shippers, but I know that's just not super scalable long-term. And on top of it, my head buyer is trying to convince me to buy a truckload of skinny jeans, but I have been on TikTok and I know the 90s are coming back and I just don't really want the risk of somebody else's inventory. Can you help me?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jenny, I'm so glad that you approached us. That's exactly what Marketplacer does. And let me introduce you to that. Before getting into that, I do want to point out that Marketplacer has made available a public app that you and your team can download and install. You can find it in the public link marketplace. And once it's configured, it sort of enhances the overall experience for the customer site. So in this particular case, for the Dress US brand, I've already pre-configured the publicly available app. And what it's done is it's taken that sort of experience that you provide to your customers where you're showcasing first-party items, which essentially mean that items that your team, your merchandising team is curating on behalf of the customers and making available, and then enhancing that further, where now your customers are able to find products that are in essence sourced from third-party sellers. So as you can see here, as I'm shopping into the seller category pages, the products also show the third-party seller metadata here, like Lecoq Sportif and Globe. And the key essence here is not just the display factor, it's the fact that your brand is going to be able to source potentially thousands of sellers and build relationships with these sellers so that you can now offer these products on your site and extend your catalog to tens of thousands of products overnight. And essentially increase your average order value, reduce your margins, because your team no longer has to worry about managing all of this content and curating this content. All the sellers are able to do this directly, including creating seller landing pages, managing the shipping rules, managing promotions, things like that. Talking about the sellers are able to log into a secure portal, which is a seller portal, where they can, of course, manage their products and listings. They can do additional things, as I mentioned, creating seller created promotions. They can also start fulfilling any orders that are coming their way, right? So these orders, we're going to be able to orchestrate them across and split them out so that they can then start shipping these orders out directly from here or even from their existing shipping systems. It's that integration that's the key to our success. Our clients really brag about this, is how easy we make it to onboard sellers. So sellers are able to instantly take their existing systems, connect it so that literally they can publish tens of thousands of items on your site so your customers can start shopping immediately. And
just out of time, but you showed so many great things. I like all of the things that you said about truly being a diverse platform to be able to increase your margins and do all of these tactics, I would call them, that don't exist in the traditional app, such as making sure you're cross-selling, making sure you're having those seller pages. There are a whole lot of features that are here that are just amazing and at literally someone's fingertips to take advantage of. So thank you so much for that demo. Sorry you're out of time, but we must go to the audience to see if we have any questions. What questions out there are there for Marketplacer? Amanda?
Yes, we have a question around how you configure this. Is it fast and easy to configure it? And specifically for sellers selling things that they don't own?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, so our publicly available app, Amanda, is available for our customers to download and install. They would have to connect that with the Marketplacer instance. They're able to do this. We have clients that are able to do this in a short period of time. Like, I'll give you an example. Surf Stitch, they literally from start to finish went live in 45 days, I think, and they were able to scale the ability to support their sellers by 300%. And just saw a huge return on their investment. So it's definitely really easy and feasible for them to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, and one thing I would add to that is that we have, when you're bringing on a bunch of sellers, Praveen showed the existing connections that we have with other e-commerce systems, and we are the fastest in the market to get a seller on board. It's nearly instantaneous. So you can really start selling inventory you don't own very, very quickly.
Nice. I want to hop on that bandwagon. Cool. Thank you so much, Jenny and Praveen, for presenting. Best of luck. And Jeff, who do we have up next?
Next up, we have Mirakl. Mirakl's SaaS solution gives customers the ability to efficiently onboard third-party sellers, grow and optimize their catalog, and manage quality and customer experience. You can gain the speed, scale, and agility to compete and grow your business faster online. Mirakl is proud to power over 300 marketplaces in 45 countries around the world, including such greats as on the Salesforce Commerce Cloud like J.Crew and Madewell, supporting them through great technology, an expert team, and a world-class ecosystem of sellers and partners. And to show us exactly how that works, I got Raphael and Lex. Are you both out there today?
We are, yes.
Fantastic. Well, I want to see the demo, so your 3 minutes begins now. Good luck.
Thanks. Has this happened to you? You're working in Commerce Cloud, merchandising, and you see your shoppers are looking for items that you're not selling. You have no quick way to pivot your product assortment, and you're restricted by the seasonal aspect of traditional buying processes. By adding a Mirakl-powered marketplace to your Salesforce Commerce site, this never needs to happen again. Let's visit a great joint Salesforce and Mirakl client running a curated marketplace. This customer's marketplace allows them to provide items from small businesses, capitalize on product trends, and open up luxury resale. Here we see a gently used Louis Vuitton handbag being sold, and the product images and description specific to this item are being provided by the seller via Mirakl's connection into Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Mirakl can help you quickly and securely work with third-party vendors to maintain a curated but extensive selection of products. Displayed here, you can see that the Salesforce catalog now exists in Mirakl, powered by our Salesforce Commerce Cloud connectors jobs. When you consider adding marketplace capabilities to your e-commerce strategy, it's paramount that you have the tools to onboard and maintain new sellers and to provide these sellers the technology they need to add their products to your catalog. Within Mirakl, sellers can add their offers, their specific price and condition offering of the product to the catalog either manually one by one, in bulk by leveraging the templates from Mirakl, or by exporting their catalogs from their own systems and then leveraging Mirakl's AI-powered catalog integrator module to automate matching their product taxonomy to yours. Map it once, and then every product update is automatic. Your team will then see all of the new products and offers. You can have multiple offers for the same products, change any product information you want, and can approve them before they are part of your catalog. Sometimes you will get product information for a product from more than one seller, and you'll want to create a product listing using the best content from each source. Mirakl puts the power in your hands to create the best product listing and then publish to Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Now that your marketplace products are in Salesforce Commerce Cloud, you can see all of the product information brought in by Mirakl and merchandise this product along with the rest of your catalog. When these changes are pushed to production, we now see on the Salesforce Commerce Cloud front end that these products are available for search. You have multiple offers from different sellers on the site. And most importantly, you can add it to cart. The orders for the marketplace products are then sent to the sellers for fulfillment via Mirakl, and your company can continue to provide the experience your customers desire with the speed, scale, and agility of the marketplace model provided by Mirakl and Salesforce.
Right at time. All right. Interesting stuff. Now, I got to admit that there's some things in here that I didn't even know to think about in relation to having multiple different products in there that are the same product, but now we need to consolidate with the right information, the best information from multiples that are out there, and that's fantastic. And then being able to match that taxonomy so that now you've got mapping once and then being able to continue to integrate that catalog from your third-party sellers into a site like that. That's fantastic stuff. And I have to imagine life before Mirakl would have been much, much harder. A lot more emails back and forth, spreadsheets, and all kinds of other stuff. And it just you've simplified the entire process so that the sales can go on quicker and with a lot more normalcy. That's great. I like it. Amanda, what have we got as a question for Mirakl today?
Yes, and I think stemming off of that, the question is relevant. How do you manage seller quality control?
Yeah. So within Mirakl, one of the great features we have is Mirakl quality control. So this allows for sellers, we're getting a bonus demo here from Rafa. So this allows different rules and SLAs to be put in place about sellers and the activity that they have selling to your end customers. So things like automatic suspension are possible. And as a Mirakl customer, as we onboard a customer, we actually help advise them on best practices to set for the SLAs to have a successful marketplace.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you for that demo today. I appreciate it. Good luck in the voting coming up. Joshua, who have we got next?
Sure, thanks, Jeff. Great demo, guys. Next up, we've got NoFraud. NoFraud is a full-service fraud prevention and protection solution with real-time automated decisions for all transactions. NoFraud's cutting-edge technology incorporates behavioral analytics, data validation, and enrichment, in addition to highly trained analyst team to employ real-time decisions on a transaction's legitimacy. Going beyond traditional security methods to evolve with world buyers and accurately review more transactions and approve more orders, resulting in more money to your bottom line and ensuring a high brand loyalty and customer retention. Today, we're joined by David, who's going to just tell us how NoFraud solution does all of that. And you guessed it, 3 minutes or less. David, are you out there?
Right here.
Awesome. Your sound sounds good. We can see your screen. So your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Thank you. So you're using Salesforce Commerce Cloud to support a robust e-commerce experience and spending valuable marketing dollars to attract customers to your website. But how can you accurately prevent fraudulent purchase without creating friction with your customers or spending resources reviewing orders for fraud? So NoFraud application uses innovative machine learning to monitor your orders automatically for fraud and provides an instant pass or failed decision, which you can see here within our application. As orders are placed on your site. We then automate the fulfillment of past transactions in Salesforce Commerce Cloud, as well as the cancellation of fraudulent transactions. What does that mean? A completely automated review process, no intervention needed. So within the NoFraud application, which you can see here, we can give you access to individual transaction data, as well as high-level approval data. So let's take a look at some of the nitty-gritty. This is a transaction that was reviewed by NoFraud automatically. We can see within the order data here, lots of information about the transaction, billing information, shipping information, even information about the device. So the IP information. What we can see here is information at the top about risk indicators and trust indicators. Unfortunately, with most systems that are reviewing for fraud, they're using a binary system. So if there's one indicator that says that this might be a fraudulent transaction, you might automatically decline that customer, even though it's a good customer. So in this case, we see this order has a risk indicator of an address verification system complete mismatch. Just means that the billing information that's on file with the bank doesn't match what's on file. The information that was placed in the point of sale doesn't match what's on file with the bank. So what we're able to do with our data, we turn 5, 6 data points that are brought in at the point of purchase. We turn those into 100 data points, and we can use other data within the order to solve for this verification mismatch. That means an approved transaction in real time. It means you didn't turn away that good customer. The opposite can be true as well. You might see orders that have really good indicators that it's a solid transaction, it's a good customer. Things like, again, the billing information matches what's on file with the bank. They enter their correct billing information. They also enter the correct CVV information, which is just the 3 digits on the back of your credit card. Even though that this order has that match for both CVV and billing information, we are able to find that this is actually a fraud transaction by looking deeper into the data. Again, we're turning 5 or 6 data points into almost 100 data points. Not only do you have this information on individual transactions, you always can monitor your total approval rate. So our performance in terms of approving your transactions. Here within your insights page, you can see total past transactions and total failed transactions. So if you find your business is losing money to chargebacks, turning away good customer because of fraud.
Oh, just out of time. They're the second one today. Practice, practice, practice. But you showed a lot of stuff, right? let me get this straight. This tool is absolutely amazing. I can definitely see where it's saving merchants a lot of money and time savings. One of the things I love about this tool is the transparency and the clarity. A lot of different tools, like you said, are binary, where all of these things happen and you don't really know why it's declined. But I like the fact that you show clearly the threshold and you show exactly what happened. The other thing I like is it's very clear, easy to tell what happens to the transaction. And also just the fact that you are using non-traditional techniques, such as employing people to sometimes make a decision as well. So having that capacity, go up and down based on volume, there's just so many time savers here. I really enjoyed watching your demo. So thank you, David. Amanda, what questions out there do we have from the audience?
Yes, love seeing the data visually here. So can you talk a little bit about how you compare against the competition with many fraud solutions out there?
Absolutely. So the reason large enterprise businesses like Burton, Serta Simmons, Levi's are using us is because, again, we're not binary. We're taking a look at all the data within a transaction and solving for inconsistencies that might, lead other fraud tools to believe that it's a fraudulent transaction. We can solve for that with the data that we have. We also have an escalation process, which means that if our automation can't solve for these problems and the data doesn't, we have an expert fraud team available 24/7, both here in the United States and Australia, to serve our merchants globally. So we can approve more transactions, provide a chargeback guarantee, which just means that if we are wrong for any reason, we'll pay you back for our wrong decisions. We stand by our decision. At the end of the day, reviewing transactions automatically. So saving money in terms of chargebacks, obviously, saving time in terms of the time you're spending reviewing transactions, and ultimately improving approval rates so you can take advantage of every transaction that comes to your store.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Great demo.
Thank you.
Mr. Jeff Gross, who do we have up next?
Hey, Joshua, it is time to get sticky. It is time for Sticky.io. Sticky.io is a subscription management and recurring billing platform helping direct-to-consumer brands launch and scale subscriptions natively. This is all about maximizing revenue and getting them up and running quick. Their native extension to Commerce Cloud allows merchants to start, test, and adapt subscription models without the need for heavy deployment and time-consuming configurations. It's kind of like easy getting up and running with all kinds of subscriptions. So, hey, to show us what it is, how it works, and what are all these benefits, Greg, I want to hear from you out there. Greg, do you hear me? Are you ready?
I do. Thanks, Jeff.
Fantastic. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Great. So we often find merchants want to sell subscriptions and really have a product catalog that's perfect for subscriptions. However, they're concerned about a lot of that technical overhead to going sell subscriptions. So Sticky.io subscriptions for Commerce Cloud really makes it incredibly easy to launch and scale subscriptions quickly right within the native business manager. So I want to show you exactly how easy that is to set up a subscription and launch it to my storefront. Once installing the cartridge, merchants will notice that there's a new submenu right within the merchant tools, and here's where a merchant can build a new subscription offering. There's two components to building a subscription. The first one is the offer, and then the second one is the billing frequency. So the offer type is really going to control what SKUs the consumer receives. So here I've set up a standard self-replenishment offer as well as a prepaid option, and this will give the consumer the option at checkout on which subscription they want to buy. I've also set up a couple of billing frequencies out of the box. Again, it will give the consumer the ability to choose the frequency that best fits their lifestyle. Once I've set up those various options, these are all natively synced as product options within the core product catalog in Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So I can easily just navigate to the product that I want to enable for subscription. I can scroll down, and here you'll see the new Sticky.io section that we install as part of the cartridge. This is how I would enable this product to now be sold as a subscription. I can flag it as a subscription-based product. I can also allow the consumer to choose to purchase as a one-time purchase. So they have the option to buy it one time or subscribe. And here's where I can also configure those offers that I've set up. So I've attached both a standard self-replenishment offer as well as a prepaid offer and the various billing frequencies. Now you can select as many billing frequencies as you like and really give the control to the end consumer to select how they want to purchase it. Couple of additional parameters here. One is to make the billing model consumer selectable. Again, this will allow the consumer to decide how they want to buy. And the next one is to make the prepaid terms consumer selectable. So in a prepaid offer, it's going to allow the consumer to pay ahead to basically receive future shipments. And once I've enabled that on the product, this is seamlessly integrated to the storefront experience. So this is what the customer would see on the storefront and kind of walk in through some of that experience. The customer would be able to navigate to the product, select the subscription that best fits them, and select the billing frequency that they like. In this case, I've also used Salesforce's native promotion engine to give a subscribe and save discount. And once I add this product to the cart, you can easily see that the consumer saved 10% by creating a subscription. So merchants can create lasting customer relationships, predictable revenue, and convenience with sticky IO subscriptions.
There, right at the line. But I tell you, Greg, this is something where we are so used to going out there and making both one-time purchases, but also you think about the quality of getting consumers into a subscription service. And I hadn't honestly thought about how those offers get created before. And you're handling so much of that to ensure that not only do the merchants get a chance to sell it not just as a one-time purchase, but being able to set up those offers with multiple ways of doing it. The prepaid for a year, which I've got a number of those subscriptions out there, being able to save and discount and bundle and be able to have certain things come multiple times throughout the cycle or in a continuous order flow. This is stuff that I didn't even know what all of the back end of that is, but it looks like you've got a really great way of being able to connect directly to Commerce Cloud, enable sellers to be able to basically customize it for any type of product, and that's amazing. And like I say, it's kind of a peek behind the curtain. It's something that I didn't know how all that exists before. So good job on that, and I like it. You know what, Amanda? What have we got for Greg for a question?
Yes,
About sticky.
we do have a sticky IO question. The question is, what kind of subscription metrics and reporting are available?
Yeah, it's a great question. And along the line with that unified experience, merchants will get analytics out of the box that can be accessed directly from business managers. So these metrics will look at things like active subscribers, churn, retention rates, and ultimately these reports are to provide merchants with the insight they need to generate more recurring revenue and increase that customer lifetime value.
Awesome. Thank you, Greg. It's been great seeing your demo. I'm learning stuff today, Joshua. I hope you are too. Hey, audience, I want to make sure everybody sticks around because we're going to have voting coming up, but not quite yet. Joshua, who have we got next today?
Yes, everyone stick around, please vote. Next up, we've got Threekits. Threekits lets brands create amazing product visuals at a massive scale with interactive 3D, virtual photography, and augmented reality. Threekits works by marrying your product catalog with 3D artistry and technology. With Threekit, Crate and Barrel create 3 million hyper-realistic images in a month at a fraction of the cost of traditional photography. Threekits integrates seamlessly with B2C and B2B Commerce Cloud, Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, and CPQ. A lot of clouds there, Matt. Are you out there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Just tell us, in 3 minutes or less, of course, how Threekits does all of that fancy, smancy visual stuff. Over to you. Your 3 minutes starts now.
All right. Thanks, Joshua. So Threekit is a visual product experience platform. It has its roots in Hollywood special effects, and it really helps your customers in commerce experience your products without ever having a physical one in front of them. We do 3D configurators, we do virtual photography, we do augmented reality. And I love working at Threekit because it's so much better to show it than to talk about it. So let's do that. This is Taylormade. This is a live Commerce Cloud customer, and they know that personalized products demand a higher price point, but personalizing products means you need a lot more product content in order to show this. So as I come through and configure these, I can choose all the different options to customize a driver, but these aren't just fixed images. This is a 3D interactive product that lets me experience what this thing looks like directly from within Commerce Cloud without ever needing to be around the physical product, with all of the content needed to help see the visualized customizations in real time. Moving over to virtual photographer here is Crate and Barrel that you mentioned. Does anybody recognize the photographer that took this picture here? It's a trick question because no photography was involved, no physical pictures, no physical products were involved. These are all pictures that were created by Threekit using Hollywood special effects and 3D content, so they can see their content in every, or see their products, I should say, in every color combination that they could ever offer without ever having to manufacture it, ship it to a studio, light it, and take a picture. What I'm also going to do is show you what augmented reality is like, and I'm going to donate 10 seconds of my time and leave this on the screen, because if you have your phone, you can scan this and actually take this demo into your own living room. And I'm going to switch over to showing you this in my room behind me. So you should now be seeing my cell phone here. I'm going to switch over to my camera, scan this QR code, and Crate and Barrel has now zapped that product into my living room. I'm going to actually spin around here, drop that into my space, and I can see exactly whether this color is going to match the existing color of my TV cabinet right there. I love it. The aesthetic works. I no longer need to say, I can't add this to the cart just yet. I need to go into the store to check it out. And what I also need to take care of down here in my office is replacing that artwork behind the room for me. My wife hates it. I can actually come check out what Yellow Corner is doing to see if these custom limited edition photography prints will actually fit in my space. I no longer need to worry if this 54 inches is going to fit on the wall. I can take care of that and redo my room with Threekit's visual effects. We have a link cartridge that works with the Commerce Cloud application.
Wow, talk about jaw dropping. Love that. You are saving all of these big major companies a lot of money by essentially reducing their production costs. Like, what company wouldn't want to give a customer that tangible feeling of putting something in your living room, making sure that the size matches? I did like the contrast in the photo that you showed there, so thumbs up to that selection. But that's crazy, and all done through virtual reality and 3D artistry. Especially the fact that you can actually make it come in different colors as well. Certainly, great technology and implementation of the platform, and even better that it integrates with all of those different clouds to make it very seamless for any type of Salesforce user, whether it be the end customer who's actually purchasing the product, and also Salesforce administrators to set all this up. Thanks a lot very much, Matt, for your demo. And I want to turn it over to Amanda to see if you have any questions from the audience.
Wow, that was so cool. Actually, this couch is not really here. I'm just kidding. That would be so cool. I'm going to rewatch this and do that with my phone, because that was very, very neat. I want to experience that for sure. Okay, the question for you is, can you share some metrics related to how augmented reality helps an e-commerce store?
Yeah, augmented reality solves two really big problems, fit and finish. So will something fit in my space, or does it kind of match an aesthetic? So we've got figures that say people are twice as likely to actually add something to their cart and complete a transaction if they experience a product in augmented reality rather than the hesitancy of adding it to the cart. And the beauty of using something like Threekit in your Commerce Cloud store is that you don't need to ask for any apps to be installed. Apple and Android devices are all supported. You don't need to build an app, maintain an app to take advantage of augmented reality. This is something that bolts directly onto your e-commerce store today.
That is amazing. Very cool. Thank you so much for that. Jeff, we have reached the final contestants.
Yes.
We're all done.
We are all done. It's time for voting, because now you as the audience get a chance to vote for who you think did the most amazing demo today in 3 minutes or less. Tell you what, Joshua, I learned stuff. And by the way, I was able to go ahead and scan that code, and to see the three-dimensionality of moving that thing around, the lighting, it's just crazy stuff. And frankly, like I said earlier, I am not as familiar with the Commerce Cloud side of things, so there's so many things that our contestants today brought up that I've just never had to deal with before, and they're all important, whether it be creating the perfect catalog for your order or being able to distribute these products when you're not the your actual seller of it, or being able to prevent fraud, or being able to see that product in your space. What'd you learn, Joshua?
Well, I think we should definitely do Threekit for Appy. I want to see what she looks like in my office in lifestyle. So that'd be kind of cool. You know, Jeff, I think, you know, you and I have been in the Salesforce ecosystem for a very long time. And, you know, one of the things that I say to customers that strikes people is that you cannot possibly know everything about every cloud in the ecosystem or the features and functionality. So even though a couple of the contestants ran out of time today, I still learned a lot of features with the Commerce Clouds that I didn't originally know coming into the call. And that's really the importance of these demo jams, being able to dip into new functionality and kind of see what's happening in the ecosystem. You know, it almost gives me a little bit of guilt that, you know, I haven't broadened my horizons to experience more, and I'm very like laser focused on certain things, but there's so much out there and applications to apply. I mean, all of these contestants, they had a great product, and the ability that, you know, they're changing the games and other clouds that we're not focused on is pretty amazing. So thank you to all for appearing today and showing your stuff.
And you know, the other thing, Joshua, is there's so many of these products that are behind the scenes, and we didn't even realize that these customers are out there using these AppExchange products, and
Like
it's
search,
so
all
amazing.
that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we, you know, we don't even know all of the tools that are in use out there. I will say that as part of my job, I oftentimes will go out, and when working with a prospect, I will use tools in Chrome to actually figure out what are all the tools that make up that website. And I'd be curious to start finding some of our contestants today, because there are an amazing number of apps that are needed to be able to run a commerce site today. But each one of them has their uniqueness and what they bring to this table that I wouldn't want to try and solve that on my own. I would not want to have to hire a developer to do any one of these individual features. Instead, just go to the AppExchange and get in contact with these folks.
Absolutely. It's that whole buy versus build conversation, right? I think one of the things that is most compelling about the buy, you know, buy it off the shelf, is that even though you're buying it, even if you're paying a monthly fee or some type of subscription cost for the service, what ends up happening is you will get automatic releases and updates across that whole entire timeline of you subscribing to that product, versus having to have the technical debt of maintaining that product throughout the lifetime. So a lot of folks in companies, you know, continue to think that they can recreate faster, and I've been burned a couple times on that. Actually, it's just like you don't have the brain power to think about exactly how someone else has thought about it. And you may think that you have a better idea, but I know within the Salesforce ecosystem, what's special about it is that all these companies on this call are open to new feature requests, and they have product management teams that are involved in the community, and being able to converse with product managers and these partners on the phone call today, they'll happily accept your feature requests and also try to get it on the roadmap if it makes sense for both parties. So always feel free to do that. If it's not, you know, if the tool isn't 90%, you know, feel free to reach out and, you know, get it to that extra 100, 102% that you need.
It's never as easy as somebody tells you it is to go out there and build it yourself. So absolutely
Totally
why
agree.
we cling to the AppExchange, which, Amanda, I think I saw things go away on the screen for voting, so I know what that means. Why don't you tell us what it means?
It means that we have a winner.
Woohoo.
Yes,
Are we ready to find out who the winner is?
I am totally ready to hear.
All right, the winner of today's Commerce Apps Demo Jam is Threekit.
Oh,
Congratulations,
nice.
Threekit. Matt, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Thanks to my wife for hating that picture, so I can pick another one to
Totally like the
hang
new one, by the
over
way.
it.
You should totally get that. You
Yeah.
should totally get the one to get
Match
on
the
there. It
couch.
matches everything. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. And thanks everybody at Threekit who started out in Hollywood and turned this awesome technology into something you can leverage for commerce. I think it's really changing the game. So thank you everybody for having us.
Awesome.
Thank
And
you for being here.
who would have guessed that Hollywood would be the ones leading the way to, technology that we'll now use on Commerce Cloud and that people are using every day? That's crazy. That's amazing.
At scale. That's the most important thing. At scale. It's just amazing.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, Threekit.
Thank you. Congrats, Threekit. Congrats, everybody who demoed today. You all did a great job. And thank you all for joining. Thank you, Jeff and Joshua, for hosting. And we hope you all enjoyed today's Demo Jam. Because you are subscribed, you can see us every third Thursday. So join us next time in September for our next Demo Jam. And check out these apps and more at appdemojam.com. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you later.